What's up everyone, back out in the garage, and I got some new parts in. Pretty excited about them. I wanted to make a video about them. So as you can see, we got the transmission in, got the new converter, as well as the new cams from Bullet Racing. I'll start off with the cams. So these cams were ground, of course, by Bullet Racing, and then Todd Warren, aka NASVT, on the forums spec these cams out for my build. They're a little bit more aggressive than the old build. I'm going to keep the cam specs kind of under wraps for now, so I'm not going to actually show you guys what the specs are on the cams, but let's just say they're going to be a lot more rowdy than the old cams. We're going to try to turn them a little bit more RPM and so on and so forth, go a little bit faster with these guys. So there's those things, and then here we have the Circle D 252mm converter for the new TH400 going in the car. So the old setup was a 4R70W transmission with a Circle D converter. The converter wasn't spec'd for the turbo setup, so it was a little loose. So hopefully with this new converter, the car's going to put the power down to the ground more efficiently. So this is the Circle D's 252mm converter. It's a little bit more expensive than the other two options they have for the TH400s. Reason being is the tunability and the core they use. So the significance of this converter is that it'll act really tight up top when the power is really coming in, but down low it can act like a looser converter, so you can get up on the Transbrake and build RPM and boost faster, which is pretty important when you're talking about a mod motor, a small cubic inch motor that's trying to spool a bigger turbo, which I do have plans to switch over to a larger turbo in the future. So I had this converter spec'd for that very reason. So I'll show you guys the converter a little bit closer. It's a really, really nice piece. Some writing on the side. That writing has to do with the pump and stator that's in the converter. I don't know exactly what it means, but that is the writing for what's in the converter right there. Really, really, really nice piece. Circle D stuff's really nice. If you're ever looking for a converter, I would highly recommend them. Alright, so we'll move this out of the way and get on to the new transmission. So the new transmission is a TH400. It was built by one of my friends, local Cameron Powers, who owns CPR transmissions. If you're looking to have a TH400 built, I would highly recommend using him if you're in the area. And I'll talk to him and see if he's cool with me putting a link to his YouTube and his business in the description of this video. So look out for that. So some of the stuff that's done to this transmission is it has the mod motor to TH400 adapter bell housing on it. It's by JW Performance. It's SFI approved. As you can see the sticker right here, which is pretty important whenever you're talking about safety, NHRA safety regulations and whatnot. Moving on. You can't see inside the transmission, but it does have a aluminum direct drum in it. The reason for that aluminum direct drum is to allow the transmission to handle more RPM. So with the mod motor, of course, you're going to be spinning a lot of RPM, so you want the transmission to be able to handle that amount of RPM. I don't really know a lot of what else Cameron did inside the transmission here itself, but he rates it to hold over 1,000 horsepower to the wheels, which should be more than adequate for my setup that's coming up here. For the Transbrake, it has a Jake's Performance billet 1+2 Transbrake valve body and the solenoid right there. So the 1+2, what that means is that with this transmission and the Transbrake, that I can launch the car in first or second gear, which is pretty cool, a pretty cool option, especially if you're on a shitty surface. Moving on back, nothing really crazy going on. I've got the Stifler's transmission mount here, which I've got to modify a little bit. It doesn't fit the transmission perfect, so it needs some modification. And then moving back, I've got the Sonax chrome moly with the 1350 U-joint. It's a really nice piece. So this thing's ready to go. It's ready to go in the car and make some passes. That's all the new parts I got for now. As more new parts come in, I'll keep you guys updated. And that's all I got for now.